Today we're going to be changing the oil on a 2006 Volvo XC90 2.5 liter. But I think that this works with a lot of the Volvos, or it's similar, at least in the XC90. From what I've researched, it works with a lot of them. And I just celebrated 11 years, June 27th of 2024, of being clean, saved, and sober. I used to be a wildly raging, on a death path, drunk drug addict that lived in the streets of my home city here in Missouri for 3 years because I'd lost everything. And like I said, I just celebrated 11 years being clean, safe, and sober. And sometimes I like to do little projects. I have a YouTube channel that I post sometimes to try and help people and show that you don't need little to do stuff. So today, like I said, this project is changing the oil and the oil filter on a 2006 Volvo 2.5 liter XC90. And I got it jacked up. I'll show you the whole thing. Use jack stands, be safe. I've got a 17 millimeter there. I had to go buy one to get the drain plug out, which I'll show you. I didn't have the right oil filter clamp removal tool, so I had to go one. And I'm using 5W30 full synthetic oil, and I got a little bit different kind right there. It's 5.8 liters of oil it takes, depending on how much drains out. And then your oil filter. So let's get to it. Okay, folks, here's a prime example of whatever from YouTube. So I watched these videos on how to do this, even though I kind of had an idea on this Volvo. But there's the oil drain plug. And all the videos I watched said, get what? Where's it at? A 17 millimeter. See how that says 17 millimeter? Does that look like that fits? No. So do your research before you actually take the time, and make sure you got the right tools, because I'm no mechanic or anything, but some of these people on YouTube, they give false information. So I'm gonna have to find out what size that is. And I don't know if you can see there, but those corners are rounded, and this is aluminum, and I do not want to strip this out. So I'll get back with you and let you know what to do on that, but do your research first, people. Okay, I do not suggest doing this if you but I used a crescent wrench. Make sure it's on there tight, obviously, and I put the fat end away from me, lefty righty, or whatever the saying is. This makes me nervous. Make sure it's on there tight, and just give it a little, so you don't strip it. And because you do not want to strip it, man. I got gloves on because I'm kind of a wuss, but it will work. Just feel it. Feel it out. Don't strip it at all. And as you can see there, it's moving. Again, I'm not suggesting using a crescent wrench, because if you strip it, it's not going to be fun, because this is all aluminum and will strip easily. But get your pan underneath there, which I've got below the camera. You probably can't see it, but we're going to go ahead and get this ready here. And yeah, on to the next step. And you get it out. I've already drained it a little bit, but I think it's cool to watch it come out. I filled up one pan. We'll dispose of this at the local hardware store and just let it come out there. I've got my other pan underneath it. I made a little bit of a mess, but that can be cleaned up easily. And then we'll go over and take the filter off and put it all back together. Clean everything up, tidy it up, be good to roll. Yep. Okay, right there's the oil filter and housing. So I don't know if this is going to stay in focus, but I got this little thing here that I showed you earlier in the video. So we're going to go ahead and remove that, hopefully. And it just twists off. And I should be able to get to a point that I can just do it with my hand, hopefully. So yeah, you don't want to see all this, so but you get the idea there. I hate to say anything because I'm in Missouri in July, but it was a nice morning and it all of a sudden warmed up on me. So you can just, as you can see, get it to a point that you can just unscrew it with your hand. And obviously a lot more, not a lot, but more oil is going to come out. The filter came off with it. That's nice. And so we'll go ahead and take that out, get the new one in there, and yada, yada, yada. So, all right. I cleaned this up a little bit. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more, and I've got a little pick here. You can use a screwdriver. But there's a rubber ring right there that needs to come off. It's kind of loose anyways. And there's a new one that's supplied. So put that down there. But I'm going to clean that up a little bit with a... It's just got gunk in there, so I'm going to clean it up before I put it back on there. But then you just put that ring, and make sure you go in that notch right there. Don't push it all the way down to there, which you would... If you don't watch one of these videos, you would think it would go there, but it goes right there in that little groove. So, all right. Okay, I cleaned that up a little bit, and I'll show you where this goes. Just put it back on there. Back down to right here. Make sure it's all on the same one, on the same line. Right there's there. That's where you go. And then we'll put the filter back in there and go from there. I'm going to wipe this around just because I don't want this heating up and it freaking me out and it smelling like burning oil, and I think that I've done something wrong or something. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a recovered drunk drug addict saved by grace through faith because God sent Jesus Christ here to die for our sins and give us life, and I'm one of those people that jumped on board. So I just kind of cleaned that up a little bit, and then I don't know if this goes letters or writing. It's only got writing on one side, and I'm going to put it down. There's a little nipple right there that you can see, so it should just slide on there, which it does. And then we'll take the filter and just put it back on there, hand tight, and then we'll get the tool and tighten it back up. Alright, again, not a mechanic, but I put that on there pretty tight. Now it's going to expand as it heats, but it's on there pretty good. So I didn't put all kinds of strength into it, but it's on there pretty good. So, and then we'll go back and put the drain plug in and fill it up with oil and yada, yada, yada. Now, putting this back in there, just use your fingers. Like I said in the earlier video, this is aluminum, so it can strip. So just kind of gently, if you feel any resistance, back it off and just gently do it. And it'll let you know when it's tight. And then we're going to grab the crescent wrench that we used, which I don't recommend, but it is what it is. And I'm just going to get it a little bit tight, and then I'm going to wipe it off before I tighten it real good, because I don't want to strip it. So just I would suggest not using a crescent wrench, just saying. But I'm going to wipe that off and give it tight, and then I'll drive it for a little while after I've put oil in it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I've wiped that down, and I've wiped the crescent wrench insides. So we're going to tighten this. I think it's 25 foot-pound of torque, but I don't have a torque wrench, so sometimes us hillbillies here in Missouri just improvise and, you know, go at it. Again, be careful. Don't strip it out. There's a nice good one. And then we'll go just a little bit more, because you can strip these and you don't want to do that. That right there felt good. Yeah, I like that. If it's leaking, it'll let me know. So now, like I said in the earlier video, this is the type of oil I'm using. Right, yeah. Got the funnel right here. Pour slowly, but pour, you know. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just doing what I can to help others and also save money. So hopefully this all works out. I feel like I might have to tighten that drain plug, but we'll see. But just pour it in there, and don't go too quick. You can kind of see it's backing up a little bit there, which it will do. So that's kind of that. Take 5.8 quarts. So just check, put in at least 5 quarts, and then check and fill up as needed. Well, here comes my favorite part of working on any car, starting it, see if it blows up or does anything stupid. So let's hope it starts. It made a little bit of a weird noise there at the beginning, but we're going to drive it for a minute, see if it leaks anything. And that's your project, changing the oil filter on 2006 XC90 2.5 liter. And like I said, it's interchangeable with a lot of other Volvos, so just Google it. Purring like a kitten. What?